What's going on? My name is Jeffrey, and today I wanted to share three biggest things that I learned while being on my solopreneur journey, so that way you don't have to commit the same thing. So the first thing, and then really quickly, it's free work. So should you do it or not? Second thing is, solving problems that you don't have. This is a huge one here, and I think a lot of solopreneurs, entrepreneurs can relate to this specific thing. And then congruency throughout all platforms, right? So the first things first is when I started off my writing, copywriting, marketing journey here, because my main interest is copywriting. Now you can call it, freelance writer. You can call it many different things, but copywriting is one of my main interests. And I did a few different free works for accountants, influencer, and the good thing about free work is that you get the experience of working with someone, talking to them. In a way, you're selling them as well on the idea but at the end of the day, it's free work. And what I realize is that people don't value free stuff. So just like how you give away something for free, maybe like government will give away things for free, people will not value that versus someone who is, spending money on something, you know. So and I don't want to get too deep into that topic, but I definitely realize that doing free work is good in the beginning, especially if you have good clients, good free clients. But from what I've noticed, my experience, it might be different for other people. I still recommend you trying the free work, but after a while, don't do any more free work. So I'm not doing any more free work, even if I'm getting paid 100, 200 bucks. Obviously, my ideal payment is 3,500 and up. Right now it's 3,500 to 5K. I can talk about that in a different day. But yeah, free work, should you do it in the beginning, maybe once or twice, but try to remove yourself from that as fast as possible, because people do not respect free work because everyone's busy. Everyone has a busy schedule and they don't value, if they're not valuing you paying you, they're not going to value doing the actual following up and doing because it's a lot of work as far as what I was doing. So it's good, but try to move away from that as fast as possible. The second thing is, solving problems that you don't have, right? So when you're starting a business and you're doing your own thing, you quickly realize that there's so many different things that you have to learn. So for example, in my business, I have to learn how to do outreach, how to get the prospecting list. I have to learn how to do the actual messaging. I have to learn how to set up the emails for that, or do the cold calls. And then once I learn how to do that, I need to learn how to set them to an appointment. Whatever I say to them after, I send that initial email or initial phone call or initial DM, whatever. What do you say after? And then once you do that, what do you say while you're on the sales call, right? So you have to be good at speaking and talking to them and being able to demonstrate your abilities of whatever you're trying to, charging your services for. It's going to produce a benefit for them. And then from there, you have to also be able to deliver and then be able to, because in business owners only want things that's gonna give them more money. Otherwise, why would they have you on the team? It's all about like how can they produce more and grow their company and stuff like that. So it's a lot of different, and then you gotta learn how to do marketing and just a lot of different things. But so I quickly realized is that you have to focus on the most important thing, the most important levers in your business. So I would say is just really focus on those most important levers. So if at the moment, if it's doing outreach, cold calling, cold DMing, cold emailing, or reaching out to your personal network, whatever it is, just realize that focus on those most important levers for your business. Otherwise, you're going to be learning, oh, I need to learn more about email marketing. I have to continue studying copywriting. I have to learn how to make videos. I need to get better at this and that. So just make sure that you're solving the problems that are right in front of you. Those the most important leverage in your business, right? So I'm gonna do a little flex. And then congruency is my last thing here. You know, I my biggest thing as I was writing on Twitter, posting videos on TikTok, on Instagram and stuff like that, and then I realized that my messaging was kind of off. Like I was sharing more of like my um, manly kind of thoughts, right? Of things that weren't congruent towards my actual business, and that were not really aiming towards the audience that I want. So the biggest thing is figuring out the messaging, who is the audience that you want to speak to, and really aiming towards that audience. That was the biggest thing. So free work, should you do it? Maybe just a little bit in the beginning, but try to move away from that as quick as possible. And making sure that you're not solving problems that you don't have. So only focusing on the most important levers right in front of you. So whenever you catch yourself, because you're gonna catch yourself, you need to learn a little bit more about this, so you'll go into a deep rabbit hole. So don't go into a deep rabbit hole, and focus on the most important thing, which typically in the beginning is doing outreach. The third thing is making sure that all of your platforms are congruent towards your actual business, what you're doing in your business. Because if someone sees something that, like, let's say I have a political view or I have a religious view or whatever it is, and somebody else does not relate with that, well, at the end of the day, what you're doing, of course, you want to continue building your brand and your values and stuff like that. But honestly, what you really want to do is build your business. If you're in this agency building business, this freelance kind of business, and put it in personal branding business, it's good, but you don't want to be posting conflicting, controversial kind of views and stuff like that. And really just making kind of focusing on your central point of your target audience and stuff like that. So there's just a few thoughts there. So biggest mistakes that I've learned so far. I wanted to put this on my channel, and I want to continue making more videos here. So I'd love to learn a little more about if you've experienced any challenges. Definitely reach out to me. I've had a lot of people reach out to me recently, and it's pretty much answering the same question over and over again. But that's completely fine. I honestly, I think I've responded to every single message that I've gotten. So much love. We'll chat later, guys.